I'm ready! Lucy zips up the jacket Milady has lent her and slings her backpack over the shoulder. Coming. Milady closes the door to the room behind her, and Lucy turns and clambers out the window. They are going to the show. Does she remember the verse? She's practiced it every day since Milady gave it to her. Milady climbs out behind her. She's dressed in nicer clothes today, and she's even lent Lucy a skirt to wear. It's good for the show, she said. They head on to the empty evening street, and Lucy hurries after Milady. And they are friends again. She was really worried after she cleaned, but Milady never threw her out, and she even gave her new tasks. She's made sure she doesn't mention anything about the basement again, and she hasn't done any cleaning, and Milady has been kind. She must have seen that she could trust her after all, that it was all just a mistake. She bumps into Milady and stumbles. She stopped and is flicking through the pages of her notebook. Sorry, I just had to check one thing. Milady puts the notebook back into the backpack. We're almost there. Do you remember everything? Lucy bobs her head up and down. Remember, it might look scary, but it's nothing to be afraid of, okay? Lucy nods. She's not scared. She knows what to say. We'll be in the basement, Milady continues. It will be decorated for the ritual. Gulby will tell you where to stand, and then she and I will begin. Lucy nods. She knows that. Milady has already told her. We will chant, and you can sit quiet for that. And then you will say the words I gave you. Why does Milady go through the plan again? She's already told her everything. Oh, maybe she's afraid that Lucy will mess up. But she won't. She won't. She knows what to do. Once you've said your part, I will continue, and then Gulby will recite another incantation. And then we'll be silent until I say we're done. I know. Good, Milady nods. Milady holds and takes out her notebook from the backpack again, opens up a page to read, and then returns it to the bag. Is everything okay? Asks Lucy. Milady tries to smile. Of course. Just checking the last thing so I don't forget. Oh, hasn't Milady done this before? She thought she said it wasn't her first time. They arrive at the small townhouse shortly after that. It looks ordinary. Not like a house that a crazy old lady would live in. Milady knocks on the door, and the old lady that opens also looks ordinary. She's old, but she smiles as she sees them. She gestures for them to come inside. Welcome, my dears, welcome. I'm so happy you could make it. And that you took your friend with you, she says to Milady. Gulby sits down on the sofa and gestures for them to do the same. There's a teapot, 3 cups, and a tray of biscuits on the table. Milady leans over and snags one. Are you all right, my dear? Gulby asks Lucy. She nods, and the lady smiles and turns to Milady, telling her about something the neighbors did today. Lucy soon loses track of the chit-chat. She wonders where this basement is that they will do the ritual in. She peers around the room, and then silently repeats the verse in her head. She still remembers it. Milady will see that she can do it. Then maybe they can do more jobs together. When the last of the sun has set on the horizon, Gulby says, Come with me, my dears. It's time. I hope you memorized everything. Rachel has told you what will happen, I hope. Milady gets up and follows Gulby into the hallway. Lucy sees her fidgeting with her sleeve, and she wonders if she's nervous. She's never seen Milady nervous before. The old lady leads them down a stairway, and they come down to a large room. It has a star painted on the floor, the same star as Milady has on her pendant, and there are candles on each point. And along the wall is a small table. There are some feathers. And it's a large crystal and a black book. Gulby gestures for Lucy to take the place at one of the points of the star, and Milady moves to stand next to Gulby, opposite her. They stand silently at first, their eyes closed, and then, as if it was rehearsed, which, when Lucy thinks about it, it must be, they draw a circle in there and mumble something Lucy can't understand. Once the circle is complete, Gulby straightens out and begins to chant in a high-pitched voice. Maybe she's using a different language, because Lucy doesn't understand anything. Milady suddenly flinches, staring at the center of the star. There is nothing there that Lucy can see. Gulby finishes the recitation, and Lucy clears her throat. It's her turn now. She repeats the words Milady has told her, and she's so proud of herself because she remembers every single one of them. Once she's gone silent, Milady picks up an incense burner and wafts the smoke out over the star. She keeps doing it for such a long time, Lucy gets all sleepy from the smell, and almost dozes off. Milady places it back on the floor. She takes out a small silver key from her pocket and holds it up as Gulby chants another verse. Once she finishes, the room descends into silence, and Lucy wonders if they are done but doesn't dare to move because Milady said she would tell her when they are ready. They stand for a long while. Milady closes her eyes and moves her lips, but doesn't say anything. At one point, Gulby starts to stare at the center of the star, as if she's seeing something. And then Milady opens her eyes, flinches, and watches the center too. Lucy thinks they've done this many times before, because Milady is playing her part really well. And then, when Lucy has almost drifted off to sleep from the stillness, she hears a droning murmur. It's quiet at first, but the room is so silent she can hear the slightest sound. With each passing moment, it's getting louder and louder until she feels her head is buzzing. Milady didn't say anything about that. She looks around. Something dances on the wall, a shadow, and she quickly looks at Milady. They haven't moved. They are still staring into the air. Lucy hesitantly turns back to the wall. Maybe she's gone intoxicated by the incense smoke. Another shadow flickers by, as if something climbed up the wall. She feels her skin prickle. Milady didn't say anything about this. She's almost on the verge of saying she wants to go home, when Milady quivers, raises her hand and says, I ask for safe passage for the two of us. Please accept the price for this favor. Lucy stares into the room. It's empty, but both Milady and Gulby watch the center of the star. The candlelight flicker, as if disturbed by a gust. And Lucy wants to say something, and then everything goes dark.